Alright, we're going to a scrap run. Take with what I got from here from last night. And add in some of the other junk that I have lying around from before. And what stuff I got from the boss that I forgot to show you. From last night. Like this tool chest that he gave me for scrap, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep it, I think. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm going to keep it or not. Drawers are okay. You know, they're not that bad. So that's thinking about keeping it because it's not in too bad a shape. So, and it's kind of nicer than any of the other stuff I've gotten, and it's like taller too. But I could also always take this off and then put the other tool chests on top if I wanted to, that I do have. I don't know, I gotta figure out what I'm doing with all that stuff, but for now, I'm keeping that. So it was just a couple of things that wouldn't fit from last time, and I got some stuff in the back as well. This came from the boss, the fan, and then this stuff right here. Where'd it go? This too. I gotta take this apart. I gotta unbolt it down here to get this to fit in my truck, because it's not fitting how it is now. Because this stuff came over in his pickup. The snowblower and these two trimmers, the axe as well. The two trimmers he wanted me to sell, but they're garbage, both of them. The one, which one was it? This one? No, it's this one. They don't even pull. And this one, James said, needed a carb, and an OEM carb is like 70 bucks. An aftermarket one is like 20. Either way, it's just not worth it. The Weed Eater brand's just not worth fixing. I'm not too sure about the snowblower. He hasn't quite gotten through that yet. And there was the bike as well. You know, it's old vintage bike that we're gonna throw up in its current condition and see if someone wants it, because it's you know, vintage bike. Some hippy dippy might want it. So but yeah, we're gonna unload this and then just do a scrap run. I don't want to have to take all this out and then put it back in, even though I don't really know if I even have enough for a scrap run. I guess we're gonna find out, and we're just gonna do it anyways. I could always throw some non-ferrous in here too if I got some space. We'll see. I gotta look in the back, because that's where most of the stuff is. Of course, James's crane's kind of in the way. Just a little. At least it's out from back here where it was really in the way. And the ground's not too wet at the moment, actually. Yeah, I still gotta go through this. Got another microwave, that microwave, another microwave. All the rest of those hinges. There's some here. There's, I don't know what he did with the other box, actually. Because it's still on the crane. The Home Depot box. That. A little bit of stuff in there. Barricading the door. Always all this stuff. In here, I got this BC tower. That bin. So, and I finally redid in here. I got this all redone. Not 100% how I want it, but it works for now. Because the problem is having this stuff in front here. These are where the bins are for stuff. It makes it harder to throw stuff in there, and remembering what stuff's in what bin too. So I don't know. I gotta figure something out. I don't necessarily like all this in front, but I mean, like, this could go over more. I just have it out because it's the thing of the common stuff, wire, aluminum. I don't know. It's just better if it's out more instead of being like super far back. But I might have to get some other bins or stuff over here and then put it in that bin and then transfer it to the other one. I gotta figure out exactly how I'm gonna do this. But for now, I like how this is set up. Oh, and this fan's no good. This older fan is no good. I plugged it in, it don't do nothing. So this one's I'm gonna scrap. There's that one, it does work. So we'll keep that one, and that could be in the for sale pile. And there's still other stuff here. Gotta finish processing a little bit of stuff. including stuff that's in whatever's in here. A little bit of non-ferrous in there from, what was that, Thursday's run. So, alright, let's get to work. Now there's this bin too. There's this. Although this I wanted to check to see if there's anything in it that I wanted to take apart. But otherwise this bin and stuff can go as well. So actually no, we got a full load. Full load. Full load of microwaves pretty much. That's mostly what I got here. And here's a street sweeper, which makes 0 sense. They normally don't come till after garbage day. Not the day before. Of course, it's also finally nice out, and they haven't been out in a while. Oh, competition's back. I think he's unloaded everything at the scrapyard already. So we won't be running into him this time. I'm pretty sure he's just about done over there. Alright, let's get to work. Alright, all loaded up. This should be a good load. If I had to guess, all the microwaves are filled with junk. So as you can see, this one came from the back. And it's filled. This computer case is filled with what was left of the hinges. Uh-oh, someone's calling me the boss. No, it's Kathy. It's my aunt. She can wait a minute. I'm busy. So, like I said, all the microwaves are filled. James had a little bit of stuff that he was able to stuff into the microwaves. So, in there, and then like I said, this has got some stuff. Nothing major. But they all have stuff in them. They're not just empty. But like all those hinges, that's good weight. And then the rest of this stuff, this should be a decent load. If I had to guess. So this is probably going to be a 500 pounder. If I had to guess, 400 or 500 pounds. So let's go get this turned in and find out before I gotta actually, oops, don't forget those before the boss calls me, because he's gonna, so we can finish up that project that we were doing. All right, that stays, but I don't like that. I don't trust that up there like that. All right, that. Oh, and then I got this bucket up front that hopefully I won't forget this time. I want to say last time I did that, I forgot that it was up there and ended up coming back home with it. So let's try not to do that this time. Well, like I said, this is probably a 500 pounder. So that's what, 30-40 bucks. Which is good because I do need to get gas. And that will cost about 40-50 bucks. Alright, at the scrapyard. Gotta wait a minute. We got a truck and trailer in front of us from one of the local roofing, siding, gutters, whatever they do. I forget all of what they do. But followed them in here, so I'm gonna wait for them. And there was one other guy on the scale when we pulled in, so we were, at least it's not super busy like it has been the other times we were here. Yeah, I should probably roll the window down. We got a Toyota coming, but I am still going first. $4,600, 20, pretty good weight. No, back to 46. Took him a minute. stake body that they need forklifting off. You know, normally they would tell you that's a you problem. Normally won't help you unload. Like I say, there's a sign over there that tells you that. They're not responsible for unloading your vehicle. So of course, you know, there's some cases probably like that where you kind of don't have a choice. There's not any other way to get it off. Alright, let's get this unloaded. I almost did it. I almost forgot that bucket in the passenger seat. When I took my gloves off, looked over, I'm like, oh yeah, that. Let's not forget that. Like I normally do. Alright, let's see. So yeah, this is probably about 500 pounds because I weighed in at 4,600. Usually weigh in at like 4,100 something. Roofing, that is what they do. They do gutters and all sorts of other stuff too. Really down on the dirty aluminum and stainless pile. Alright. So where'd they go? Yep, I was about to say, I was pretty sure they beat me on the scale. So, you know, normally you go the other way, but I do go that way a lot of times. If I'm at the aluminum pile, it makes sense to go that way instead of going all the way back around. You know, the way I came instead of just in the front, it makes more sense to go that way. So yeah, this is about a 500 pounder, if I had to guess. Now it'd be nice if I could park before him, because it's gonna take up a lot of space. Well, I assume me to go park on the side of the non-Ferris building over there. 40-60, see? Pretty close. What are you doing, bro? Trust me, it's way easier with the trailer if you just pull over on the side of non-Ferris instead of being there and blocking the entire path. Alright, let's go get paid after Mr. Trailer's out of the way here. That's that. No, it's easier. Just park on the side of non-Ferris if you have a trailer. That way you're not in anyone's way. Unlike where it currently is, which is kind of in the way. Although it's really mostly just in the way of the gutter pile on the side, which is where he dumped. Alright, so I use sideways. Okay, the display on the GoPro sideways. Hopefully it's not actually recording sideways. Shred 540 pounds, 160 gross ton, 38.57. So just shy of the 40 bucks I was hoping for. So yeah. So actually 540, it was way more than I thought at 540. I knew it was definitely up there with the hinges and stuff. And the microwaves being full of smalls, so like I said, 39 bucks. Which I'll take and put right in the gas tank, because that's about, yeah, because where it is, it's like a tick. I'd call that like quarter tank, because it's not in the red. You guys can't really see it. I'd call it like quarter tank. So yeah, it'll probably take about, so it'll take more than that to fill up, but that's over the last week. Because yeah, it's usually, it seems about every Tuesday I gotta fill up. Not every Tuesday. I've noticed it's usually I get about a week out of the gas, and that's with all the running around that I do for, you know, the pizzeria, you know, doing the deliveries, the scrap routes, and all sorts, and, you know, whatever other errands I'm doing. Although I think it's a little skewed, because I know my aunt had to go out to the res for her mother, and they put 20 in the tank, so that skewed it a little bit, but That 20 probably covers what they spent in gas getting there. So, all right, so we're gonna unload the crap I got last night and do a scrap run here. So we got all this mess here. Oh yeah, we're adding to the mess over there. All this. I don't know, this seems useful. Might not go just yet. That's not going. I'm keeping that. But all that crap. Stuff over there. That's not a today problem. And then back here, a little bit of junk as well. This microwave, this trash can, this can, some stuff in here. A little bit in there, not too much. It's all aluminum bag of wire that stinks. That wire that I found, they kind of smell like cat piss. It still stinks, even though I left it out here in the rain for a little bit. Still stinks. Stinks in here now because it's James running an engine. And then these 2 bins of shred. And maybe those. I'll save those for now. Same with this. All the stuff that needs processing still. Gotta get another grinding blade because I wrecked this one. Despite the fact this is a brand new disc. So, and then we got non-ferrous side wire, motors. Just a ton of motors over there. Some stainless. There. There's another piece back there. Number 1 wire, Christmas lights, brass, a little bit of copper. No, nothing you can really see. I'd hold off on the copper, I think, for now. It's not really a lot. A little bit of batteries, brass, and all that. But that might be like a tomorrow thing. This bin of aluminum is pretty full still. There's another bin of it out here. I have that. That can go too. That's aluminum. It's nice. That's frozen now. Wonderful. It is cold out here. All this aluminum. And then this stuff a little bit dirty. Dirty that they might give me motors for the KitchenAid and the top to that shop vac. And then there's this that is just dirty aluminum. So, okay, here's the path that I put in. I'm still debating if I should have put these closer together instead of leaving this little gap. But we are thinking to fill it in with stones or dirt or something. Probably just dirt, because that make life easier. To just kind of level them out so there's not this gap here. Because the gap for the black cart, which actually I should grab since we're back here, is there's just enough space for the wheel to get, get in between them, but not like completely fall through. So that's why I said I don't know if I should have put them closer or not. Get on there. Well, there's enough room for the cart to fit on it. 'Cause it's a 2 foot by 2 foot path. Alright, let's get this unloaded and get reloaded up. For at least 1 load, probably 2. Probably do 2 today. We'll see. We'll see what I can fit in here. Alright, I'll load it up. Decently full. Weight wise, probably not so much, but volume wise we're good. This is probably only like 300-400 pounds, the standard that I can fit in my truck. Not anything super heavy other than that sink that I finally got rid of. So we got a little bit of stuff left. The 2 microwaves up here. This ironing board, of course it's not one that folds flat. It's couldn't figure it out. That came from the boss's house, ex-wife's house. This piece of bulk, that fan, which actually I might strip, that piece of bulk. Back here, there's still the 1 microwave And then, alright, battery cold nonsense. I'm not sure if you can hear me in there. Battery cold nonsense, which I should have known better because I left it in the truck. It always does that. So what's left back here is this microwave, this thingy, and the 2 bins in there, and then those tape dispenser things that I swear are never going to disappear. That toolbox that needs this junk, grandma's walker, you know, the usual things that never make the cut the first time. So I don't know if I'm going to do a second load today. It's not really necessary. I mean, it'd be nice to get rid of it, to do a second load, to just get it all out of here. Alright, coming into the scrapyard, and that's new. I didn't notice that before. The wall kind of collapsed here. Semi out first. You know, that's new, the wall collapsing. Alright, so we're here a little later than you would expect us to. Not that you'd know this, but ran a few errands first, went to Tops, or went to the post office, went to Tops, got Jersey Mike's for lunch, and now we're here. Which actually I just got it, I didn't actually eat it yet. I'm gonna do that after this, and then I got another thing to go do. Our aunt's neighbor, he's got a project for me to do, so I'm gonna go do that after this. I'll eat lunch, then go and do that. 45.40. That's about right. Actually, come to think about it, I think that's what I weigh every time. I swear. I swear, no matter what, it's always like that 45.40 or 60. It usually fluctuates. Depending if the wind's blowing or not, it'll blow between 40 and 60, but usually ends up being 40. I don't know what the hell. No, my space on the end is still open, which is where I normally go. Anyways. Alright, yeah, just get in with this trailer. I can sneak in over here. Ran something over. Let's try and get way out of their way. This should be good enough. Out of their way. Alright, that's good enough. Should be out of their way. Nothing should fly out and hit me, I would hope. Alright. Alright, let's get out of his way. We kind of were in the way because he can't get to that corner to push the pile up because I'm in the way. And that's kind of where it needs it, is in the corner. Except for now, here's another guy to come screw that up too. So, this guy's dragging something. Yeah, dragging it around from like the, I don't know, from like a umbrella or something. Kind of that like plasticky vinyl cover kind of thing. This is a different guy that came in and dumped. This was, yeah, probably the guy that was behind me. Not that you would have seen that, but... So, this is probably enough to pay for lunch. Maybe. Pay for the 2 errands I did. The grocery store and lunch. 41.60. Yep. Another one who instead of parking on the side of Don Ferris parks over here next to the scale house, and is just completely in the way of anyone who wants to dump the aluminum pile. And it's $2.50. Alright, let's go get paid. Alright, so that was, what is it, 380 pounds? 160 gross ton, 27 bucks. That was way more than I thought. I was expecting that to be like 20 bucks. I was not expecting that to be 27. I still swear the math seems off on that, but I'll take it. As I said, it just seems off. I wouldn't think that much money, but I'll take it. Hey, that pays for the running around we did. The Tops and Jersey Mike's. So we needed taco shells, and then the cheese is on sale, so I grabbed that while I was at it. And then like I said, Jersey Mike's. So alright, that's it for today. Like I said, we'll probably do a scrap run of like non-fair stuff tomorrow. I got one other errand to do today, and I don't know how long that's gonna take. And then I'll probably just take that whatever time left later and finish stripping the stuff that I got today and finish cleaning up the yard from today. And then we'll probably do another run tomorrow. Either shred, or either just pure shred or shred non-ferrous. We'll see. And I was thinking about heading out on the streets tonight, since it's been pretty good, because we're kind of getting into that spring cleaning time. Even though it was freaking cold today. It's 30, and there was snowflakes flying around earlier, but you know, we'll see.